Back at the end of September, I played in a common charity format event, and I got first place playing Gren Maju. This is my list. Playing 3 Gren Maju, of course we're playing it in a Gren Maju deck. This is the build around, so every card's going to have something relevant to this, and this is about as close to a 12,000 attack vanilla monster as you are going to get. Playing 3 Eater of Millions. It's a cost to summon, and you banish at least 5 cards. It is a battle phase monster removal card, and it's kind of hard to deal with because you can't use it for fusion materials, so cards like Super Poly just don't work on it. Playing 3 Gizmek Orochi. It also banishes at cost to summon. It's a quick effect to summon, and if you didn't use that effect to summon, it is also main phase monster removal. Playing 2 Nemleria Dream Devourer Reviel. It also banishes at cost to summon. It's a 2500 body that can beat over Chaos Hunter. And I'm not playing any other of the Nemleria cards, so it's literally just here to be a body. And its effect to stop me from summoning from the extra deck is not a bother because I wasn't going to anyway. Playing 2 Pot of Desires and 1 Pot of Extravagance. Pot of Desires banishes at cost to draw 2 cards. Pot of Extravagance banishes at cost to draw 2 cards. Extravagance is just a replacement for the 3rd Desires, being it is semi-limited. I'm playing 3 Thunder King Ryo. It's my going first normal summon. It stops cards from being added to hand, just like Colossus or Droll and Lockbird, so it's really good. It can also negate a special summon. Playing 3 There Can Be Only One. It's really good Floodgate. It stops from multiple of the same card. It stops multiples from the same archetype. It beats almost every single deck in the format. Playing 3 Dimensional Fissure. It stops monsters from going to the graveyard, aka the second hand. Additionally, it also stopped me from getting Effect Veilered, and that was huge, just because Infinite Impermanence wasn't out yet, so Effect Veiler was really the only card that was going to stop me from just normal summoning Gren Maju and then going battle phase and attacking. Playing 3 Macro Cosmos. This is for the exact same reason for playing 3 Dimensional Fissure, except it stops all cards from going to the graveyard. I played 3 Bestial Baldrake. I was debating between this and DD Crow for that fast graveyard removal, you know, just in case I was going second and couldn't set up macro or DeFi, obviously going second. And I just decided that the body was nice, and it was live most of my rounds. Played 3 Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring. Of course, good catch-all card, so it's very easy, just slot in. I played 3 Book of Moon. I specifically wanted a out for like the Monarch, Vanity's Fiend, Majesty's Fiend deck, and I didn't play a single one of those decks, but Book of Moon was just a good card regardless. I played 1 Crackdown. I would have liked to have had maybe 1 more of this card, but snatching your opponent's monsters right before they were about to make a play is always going to be good. Played the 1 Called by the Grave in the main. That stops Ash Blossom, Veiler, and Lancia. Otherwise, I just use it as a trap card. I played 1 Super Poly in the main. I do have 1 in the side. It's S tier in those matchups that it's good in. I just didn't want to overload on those effects that I was going to have to discard for, so I only played 2. Playing 1 Harpy's Feather Duster. Clears out any sort of back row. And being it was common charity, I expected the decks to have a little bit more back row in them, and to the most part, I was correct. Played 1 Dino Wrestler Pankratops. A free big body that can destroy spells and traps. What's not to love? Now, moving on to the extra deck, most of the stuff was just to be banished to Extravagance, Orochi, and Eater of Millions, but some of these I could do something with. First one being Borreload. I could, take something and make it. This would be more if I had more Crackdowns. Played 1 Barricade Borg Blocker. In Fairy Tale Land, I could, link a, Crackdown monster away with it, and I could get maybe like a D5 back. Played 1 Linkaribo. It's going to be for Lost World egg tokens whenever Overraptor and Archosaur get commons, but for now, it's just for Eater of Millions when it gets hit with Lost Wind. Played 1 Starving Venom. It's a super poly option. This one I should have played more of, but I didn't hit it when I played Extravagance, so it was alright. 1 Time Thief Redoer. This is just filler extra deck card. This is almost impossible to summon. Played 1 Wallow, the founder of the Drudge Dragons. I could overlay 2 Ball Drakes for this. It could steal opponents' resources from their graveyard. In a grindy game, it could also buff your monsters. 1 First of the Dragons as a super poly option against the Tenny deck. Playing 2 Mud Dragon of the Swamp, a super poly option. Played 3 Predaplant Dragostapelia, super poly option. Played 3 of the Salamangreat Violet Chimera, again, super poly option against Salad. 2 of these should have probably been Starving Venom. And that wraps up the extra deck. Moving on to the side deck. I played 3 Kumungus, the level 7 Earth Kaiju. It is the smallest Kaiju in common charity format, and it actually came up in the last round that I had. There could be only 1 up, and I was playing against insects, so I actually could not give them this Kaiju. This is that 1 super poly in the side that I was talking about. You know, again, reiterate, it's a good card. I just didn't want to overload on some discard effects because I do have another card I have to discard for here in the side. Played 3 Raigeki. It's a good board clear. There's really no downside to it in common charity format, and if there really was, you just don't put it in. Playing 2 Twin Twister. Kill all of the back row, but not also overloading on discard effects. I'm playing 3 Cosmic Cyclone. It's the best 1-for-1 back row because it doesn't go to the graveyard, and I'm not playing things like Judgment, so I don't have to worry too much about my life total. Cosmic Cyclone's the easy slot in. And the last card on my side, I'm playing 3 Dimensional Barrier. It is a kind of a turn skip, so I just kind of wanted to play the free cards, and this was just kind of the last slot I wanted to pick. And for winning, I got this cool mat that I have been doing the deck profile on. And we also got these cool field centers for topping. You get 1 for first place, and you also got 1 for top 4. Thank you to Dragon's Lair for getting these made up for us. And thank you for watching the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more stuff.